I'm back, bitches, with part 2 of Super's Q&A. So sit your ass back, and I'm going to answer the questions you people asked me. Number first question. Let me see, where is it at? It's from Jack Tanuki. Now he's asking me, why do Sony drones despise Nintendo? Because their ass hurt. Nintendo makes quality games, and Sony doesn't. So, his second question is, do you like Ecchi? Ecchi is spelled E-C-C-H-I. I have no idea what that is. So, next question. And this guy, let me see. He's got several questions for me. This guy is Kevin Fronts. The first question is, do you enjoy horror novels, movies, or video games? No. I'm not that much on horror movies. Now, I do remember playing Splatterhouse when I was a kid. That game was pretty good, but other than that, if you got to meet Reggie, Iwata, or Miyamoto, what would your reaction be? I'd be excited. Shit. I mean, what's your take on the kid that will have to spend 8 years in prison for his sarcastic comments on League of Legends? When you get on the internet and you talk stupid shit, like threatening people, even if it's a joke, you can't do that shit nowadays. That's just retarded. That's why you don't get on the internet and threaten people. It makes no sense. It's dumb and it's childish. So his little dumbass deserves what he gets. Exposed. Do you collect Magic the Gathering or Yu-Gi-Oh cards as a kid? No. That was bullshit. What's your opinion of Earthbound finally seeing a virtual console release on the Wii U? I'm going to throw this out here. I've never played Earthbound before. I never got a chance to when I was a kid. So I might buy it tomorrow or either Friday. I really don't know. I've heard a lot of good things about this game, but I will be definitely picking it up in the future. So the next question, it's from St. Nicholas. Now he's asking me, why do you prefer Wii U over PS4? The PS4 is superior in every way. I've said this dozens and dozens of times. I'm done with Sony. Sony's a joke. Now here's what I don't understand about some of you Sony drones. As much as Sony has done to you idiots this last gen with the hack, lying about your credit card information, forcing you to sign that bullshit agreement to where you can't sue them. As much shit as Sony has done to you guys, you still support them. That makes no sense to me. It really doesn't. You Sony fans and drones, I'm sorry, not Sony fans. I know Sony fans in this community that got brains. You drones are the dumbest ones. I'm done with Sony. After all that bullshit that they did last gen, I'm not fooling with Sony no more. So, the next question. Let me see. Let me go to page 2. We got 2 more pages of questions left, people, so bear with me. Like I said, you're not doing nothing. If you watch the first video, I know you ain't doing nothing right now, so shut the hell up. Exposed. This question is from Black Brother 578. Now he's asking me, will you be getting Project X Zone for the 3DS? No, I do not have a 3DS yet, but I will be getting one soon. Let me see. Next question is from the Martin Team 2. Now his question is, well actually he's got 2 of them. Do you find Call of Duty or any first-person shooters boring? Yes, I do. First-person shooters are boring as shit. I remember playing Halo. The first Halo game was probably the best one. The other ones were dog shit. That's factual. I don't like first-person shooters. His second question is, do you like RPGs? If so, what's your favorite game? My favorite game, RPG, is Chrono Trigger. Chrono Trigger is one of the best games ever made. I bought that game off of eBay for the Super Nintendo. I paid $60 for it. And that game is practically close to 20 years old. And then I went and bought it for the DS. I have 2 copies of it. I'm sorry, no, wait a minute, let me take that back. I also have it on the PlayStation 1. That's how much of a fan I am of Chrono Trigger. Like I said, that's one of the best games ever made. Hands down. The next question is from, let me see, Johnny Uzumaki 777. And he's asking me, how do I feel about Smash Bros? Smash Bros is the shit. I just picked it up like a month or 2 ago. That game is the shit. It's tight. I love Smash Bros. I can't wait for the new one to come out next year so I can pick my boy Mega Man and throw metal blades and chop up Donkey Kong and Metroid and all them other bitches on there too. Exposed again. He's got another question. Johnny Uzumaki 777, he's got another one. Do you think that the Wii U is a system to buy this gen and why? To me, yeah. Because you don't have to pay for online. Like Sony and Microsoft, you got to pay $60 a year to play online. That's bullshit. That's dog shit. I'm not paying $60. I pay enough damn bills in the first damn place. I'm sticking with Nintendo this gen because, let me see, Microsoft is charging $500 for that piece of shit cable box. And Sony, you can't even, that's another video for another time. Sony just sucks. The next question is, oh, it's from my boy KFD. Now, he's asking me, as a person who grew up and played SNES and most likely played The Legend of Zelda, A Link to the Past, what's your thoughts on Nintendo making the direct sequel, The Legend of Zelda, A Link Between Worlds for the 3DS coming this year? I think it's great. I mean, a shitload of people have a 3DS. I mean, I have no problem with that. As long as, let me see, as long as they come out with the new Legend of Zelda for the Wii U, I ain't got no problem with that. So, the next question is from Louis West. He's got 1, 2, 3, 4. Number 1 question was top 5 N64 games. Now, I'm going to keep it real. I don't have an N64. I did not like the N64. Now, I know I'm going to get flamed for that. I just did not like the N64. I didn't like the control of it. I just didn't like the way it looked. Back then, when the N64 came out, I jumped to Sony, the PlayStation 1. That's what I did. So, his next question is, have I ever eaten at Five Guys? No, but I heard it kicks ass. So, the next question is from my boy, Tony Renday. His question is, well, actually he's got 2 of them. What's the best wrestling game you've ever played? And what's the most recent one you played and wasn't any good? The best wrestling game that I have ever played in my life was Fire Pro Wrestling Returns. Fire Pro Wrestling has been around since, I think, 1990. I could be wrong. Somebody correct me in the comment section if I'm wrong. But I have Fire Pro Wrestling for the Dreamcast, PlayStation 1, Sega Saturn, Super Nintendo, and the PlayStation 2. Out of all of the Fire Pro Wrestling games, I've got to say, I'll say the best one was Fire Pro D on the Dreamcast. That game is hella tight. You can create up to $500, not $500, what the hell am I talking about? You can create up to 500 wrestlers. You can make rings, you can make belts, you can do any damn thing on that game. And let me see, what's the most recent one you played wasn't any good? Like I said, any Fire Pro game is good. It's awesome, but the best one, in my opinion, was Fire Pro Wrestling D on the Sega Dreamcast. Let me see. I got a question from Deontay38118. How do I feel about Insomniac games? I love Insomniac. I love Ratchet and Clank. That was one of the only reasons why I bought a PlayStation 3. Just to play Tools of Destruction, A Crack in Time, and what's the other one? The downloadable one. The booty game. I forgot the name of it. But it's another question. This one's from my boy, the shooter. He asked me, "Hey, Super, why do people cry so much on the internet?" I don't know. Because most of these guys are pussies and they're bitches. That's why they whine and they cry. I can't help that. Oh, the next question is from my boy, what's his name? Gutter Bunny. He's asking me, who's your favorite developer and your best game of all time? My favorite developer, I've got to say Capcom. Now, Capcom has slipped off a little bit in the past few years, but back in the day, Capcom was the shit. One of my favorite games. Now, this was a Nintendo game, but I know some of you guys are going to say, "Oh, Super Brothers, you're gay, and you're a bitch, and that's Kitty." One of my favorite games of all time. It was on the Nintendo Entertainment System. It was called Little Nemo, the Dream Master. That game was tight. So, I still remember playing that in middle school. So if you've never played that before, just search it in, just type it in on YouTube and look up gameplay. For a game that came out back then, this shit was tight. And plus the game was hard as hell too. It wasn't like these games that are out right now. You beat it in 3 or 4 hours. So, the hell with that shit. The next question is from Joshua Hennigan. And he's asking me, what's the first game you remember beating? I don't remember. I really don't. That was a long ass time ago. I'm 36, so you talk about 20-something years. I totally forgot that. So, I'm sorry. I don't remember that shit. The next question is the next question is from my boy, 7th Level. He's asking me, why do you fear my white ass so damn much? Shout out to the 7th Level. He's one of the only guys in this community that actually has sense. One of the only few ones. So shout out to the 7th Level. The next question is from 51J Burger. And he's asking me, do I like go-kart racing? I like Mario Kart. Yes, I do. I like Mario Kart. So I do like go-kart racing. The next question is from Maniacal Mayhem. And he's asking me, what is your favorite exclusives on the Wii and the Wii U? It's a shitload of games on the Wii that I like. Now, like I said before, Tatsunoko vs. Capcom, Muramasa the Demon Blade, Batman the Brave and the Bold. What else? Xenoblade, The Last Story, Pandora's Tower. That's a shitload of stuff on there. The next question is from Novaverse. So he's asking me, would I support Apple or Google if they jumped in the home console gaming scene? I really don't know. It depends on what kind of games they come out with. His next question is, why is YouTube full of autistic fags? I have no idea, Nova. People are just retarded. So, the next question is from LOL What 877. He's asking me, if you could have sex with a morbidly obese chick wearing the Wii Fit trainer outfit or a hot chick wearing a Donkey Kong costume, who would you do first? No comment. Exposed. The next question is from JCNBA28. He's asking me, what's your favorite Nintendo game of all time? Nintendo game of all time. That's a tie-up. Mega Man 2, Mega Man 3, and Little Nemo, the Dream Master. The next question is from Helix Nebula 1. And he's asking me, have you ever played Snatcher on Sega CD? Hideo Kojima's game. No, I have not. Never played that game before. The next question is from Nest Fighter. Actually, he's got 2 or 3 of them. Have you ever, let me see, do you watch hentai? No, I don't. This next question is, what type of anime do you like? I like One Piece, Fist of the North Star. It's another one that I started watching recently called, oh shit, what's the name of it? High School DD or something like it. I forgot. And Naruto. Naruto is okay, but out of all of them, One Piece is the best. Let me see. And the last question is from this guy called Galactic Frith. Which one is your favorite RPG? Like I said before, it's Chrono Trigger. I also like, what else do I like? Phantasy Star is pretty good too. That's another good game that I enjoyed playing back in the day. So people, that's all the questions that you guys asked me. Some of them were gay, and the gay questions I wasn't going to answer because you just don't ask people shit like that over the internet. That's some homo shit. So people, this is part 2 of Super's Q&A. I hope that I answered all your questions. Rate, comment, subscribe. It's your boy Super Brothers, and I'm out this bitch. Deuces.